Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech, where today we are probably finishing this Merrick Alliance Flashpoint unless Mission 3 turns out to be an hour and a half long or something. So what do we got here? Our operative, Jawad, is in deep cover at the Naval Logistics Base on this tiny island. Once you arrive at the facility, he'll break cover and board your unit in the rumble seat, then you just need to get him and the data he carries out of the facility. We'll have the Leopard on standby to pick you up. We're going in loud. Yeah, facilities you know we're coming, heavy resistance, etc. Listen. We've seen our share of heavy resistance. I know what's going on here. So we just go to a place, and then go to a different place. I can handle that. Wow, 411,000 is a weirdly low maximum pay for a 4.5 skull mission. We're talking about such a small amount of money lost here that I almost wonder if we want to go up to maximum salvage, in case, like, 2 awesomes show up. We just take them both home. It's like 200,000. It's not even quite 200,000 C-bills. It's 10,000 C-bills is a point, right? That's a pretty small number of points, but what are the odds, right? What are the odds that there are more than 3 pieces of salvage that I actually... Well, yeah, let's just do this. I know it's not a lot of points, but we should be pursuing the points. It's the only thing we have left to do. So, obviously... Small Mechs, thank you for your service. You've done some fine work over the last couple of drops here, but we are done with that nonsense. Let's get the A team back in here. So Kaz, and where is there we go. There's Big Swarmy and Glassjaw, and at this point, the borderline embarrassing Eric the Red. Listen, that extra point of initiative makes a big difference. So. What do we want to do here? The Glassjaw doesn't really need the heat management so badly. I mean, Ricochet and the Glassjaw is how we've been doing things for a long time, and it keeps working. I think he's developed a little bit of a rapport with this mech. We got a jungle biome. So I like Saber in the Atlas quite a bit. We could potentially start using, like, Flatline or Coyote in the Atlas. And obviously what I like about that is the breaching shot for the AC-20. Coyote really has, he's really come along. He's almost capped out. The question is, do we need the heat management more? We don't usually, right? And there end up being a significant number of turns where we don't actually get to fire all the weapons. I'm going to try Coyote in the Big Mech. And then, heat management on the Grasshopper is not necessarily important. I kind of want Centurion. I know we haven't gotten a ton of play out of Ace Pilot. It's possible to have Surefooting and Bulwark and Coolant Vent, right? Because Coolant Vent is in the same line as Bulwark. Have I done that? Have we figured that out? Because I'm sure I must have been training up a pilot with that, but I don't know if they're ready for... Yeah, Trojan. Trojan has that set of skills, but... Not ready for prime time. Not yet. Well, shoot. Okay, Centurion's fine. Centurion's good at the job. Good at keeping this thing alive through amounts of damage that it probably should not be able to survive. And then, honestly, just like anybody can pilot Eric the Red. Your primary job is to stay out of combat. I guess we want some coolant vent in there, ideally. Saber... Yeah, like, we could go for a breaching shot, but coolant vent multi-target is really what matters most here. Okay. Okay, I think we're ready to rock. I will say that it is nice sometimes to have Big Swarmy with a point of bonus initiative from the pilot, but I doubt it will be relevant here. Against the mechs of the types that you see on 4.5 skull missions, 3 initiative and 4 initiative are not really different numbers. By the way, please do, if you did not express your feelings about how we should run the rest of the series on yesterday's episode, feel free to do that on today's episode. I'm still collating data, as they say. Seems like people mostly are down to just keep watching stuff happen, even if it's not particularly harrowing, because they like the sort of chilled out vibe of the game. And I gotta be honest with you, I was thinking about those comments, and I was like, you know what? I think that's a big part of what I like about this game, too. Somehow, a lot of tactics games managed not to have the same sort of, like, laid-back vibe that I get from BattleTech. I think the space travel sequences definitely have something to do with it. Wow, that's some heavy fog cover on that planet. Alright, we're picking up a tight beam transmission coming from the secondary facility in the lagoon. It's our operative's distress signal. Blast, they must have caught him uploading the data on their facilities. Is there anything else, Lieutenant? Force Commander, he's signaling no scrub. The data is still ready for pickup at the primary facility. Dude's really into Destiny's Child, you know? Who among us? This complicates matters. Commander, if you have the opportunity, I'd take it as a personal favor if you would pick up my agent at the secondary facility, but the data must come first, so it's going to be a pay bonus and probably not a very good one, especially considering how little money we're making off the mission in the first place. Well, we'll see.
Jungle. Beautiful. Exotic.
Alright, Ricochet. He's a real creepy dude sometimes. Did anybody else get kind of uncomfortable hearing him say that? I got, like, just a little bit. There's a 65-tonner over there.
Roger.
My guess is it's a Thunderbolt, based on the fact that the AI loves to use Thunderbolts for everything. I get it. Thunderbolts are pretty great for the weight class. Oh, they have something happening on 4.
Yes, Commander.
Well, do we just... I kind of think I just want to go at this thing as hard as possible. You know, now while it's alone, just see if we can take it out.
Reporting enemy contact.
Okay, it's not that alone. 65, 80. Oh, it's a Jaeger mech. Well, we have ways of dealing with Jaeger mechs. Aw, this is the one that doesn't have ammo in the center torso. That's a shame. It also doesn't have any evasion or damage reduction, though, so let's go for it. A couple of shots went to the legs there. Did I hit each of the legs once? Yeah. That's a shame. Because it was one weapon hit off of just dying straight up.
Ready for orders.
Well, I reckon we can probably finish it here. In fact, the Cyclops might even be the one to do it.
On the move.
It's like almost anything to the center will get the job done.
Taking the shot.
Okay, I was gonna say, if you actually failed to do that...
That's a kill. Standing by.
Alright. Unfortunately, the Atlas does not move so well in the water. And Coyote does not have sensor lock. Well,
Good to go.
let's maybe reserve down and see what else they got coming for us.
Waiting for the right move.
Okay, nothing else. That over there still has a turn, which means something else moved on 1.
Standing by.
Yeah, we're just not going to get to do much here. So this, yeah, this one over here is the actual objective. This is the optional. I'm going to run the Atlas forward like this. Trying to get into a position where I can eventually participate here. I was really hoping that guy would come forward. I'm going to have the crab head this way.
Double time.
The crab might pick up the main operative while the rest of us fight over here, because the crab can be that far away and still be fighting.
Waiting for orders.
That is a 55-ton mech that is moving on 4. So, presumably it has a pilot initiative assist or something. Alright, let's get up into cover. We got a Thunderbolt, a Victor, and a Quick Draw. Victor has some pretty terrifying weapons, but also 40% damage reduction. This Thunderbolt should be a pretty easy kill. Put it away real fast. And we're just gonna hope on the other thing. I mean, I have a 40% damage reduction, so if that's a base AC 20, even if it goes to the head, it only does 60. That's terrifying, but like, what are we gonna do? Just cut through it? And we could go to the ammo. Yeah, the Thunderbolt's not really that scary. Alright, let's see if we can lance through 100 points of armor here and cause an ammo explosion.
Target locked.
That looks pretty good. Got it open.
They've got a lock on me.
Man, they sure do love to sensor lock us. Part of the problem with sure footing and the extra point of evasion
Receiving.
is that at some point you start fighting 12 enemies at a time and they all always have sensor lock. I think I'm gonna not... We're gonna shoot at the Thunderbolt, and I'm not gonna use Precision Strike here, because I want to use Precision Strike for one of the long-range mechs to try to finish off the Victor's arm.
Confirmed.
We're just gonna go for a front shot here and hope to get lucky.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Yeah. Additionally, the way that works out is the AC-20 misses entirely, regardless of what its hit percentage is. Maybe this would have been a good time to bring the Stalker.
Yes, Commander.
Ah, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna have you... I mean, I want to get close to the objective, but maybe I want to get close to the objective in a way that doesn't provide them with the ability to shoot me right away. They're probably pretty small mechs, though.
On my way.
Wolverine Dragon, yeah, that's not exactly terrifying. Oh, I don't have... I thought this was a direct line of fire, because it looked like this. But, nope, I do not have direct line of fire on that. Well, that's annoying.
Got it.
Let's see if we can get that arm off. Okay, we caused an ammo explosion eventually, but I don't think it actually helped. I think by the time we caused that, we had removed it through damage anyway. Alright, and Eric can just... There's another... Oh, there's a 95-ton mech behind him. Eric could just shoot at one of these guys. Or we could have at this Victor... I'm not really afraid of it anymore, though. Like, as long as I don't let it punch me, I don't think it's very dangerous. So yeah, this guy doesn't have any damage reduction. I guess we'll just try to work him out.
Confirmed.
It is a shame to hit the AC-20 to the leg.
Damage is light.
Yeah, for now. So what is that? 95 tons with what I think was an AC-10 and a large laser? Runs into the Spore Cloud, which it causes him to take bonus damage, right? It's like he's harder to hit, but he... +4 difficulty to hit, interferes with targeting systems. Is it not? Hold
I'm
on.
receiving you.
Hold on a second here. Can I get a mouse over? No, I have to have a movement thing available for the mouse over. Alright, well, never mind then. So, are we continuing to move forward on these guys? I guess is a question. Or do I want to fall back? Because we could just fight them in, like, 2-on-3 and 2-on-3, right? And probably win that. Especially since it's not really 3 over here anymore anyway. Like, if we just go hard to the center on this guy, there's a pretty good chance of blowing out his ammo.
Copy that, Commander.
Okay, well, we got the center exposed. Oh, we were very close. And then I just back up to gain some evasion? Yeah. No sense standing still. God, I wish we had, like, some mortars or something. You would think, with the kind of weaponry that is mounted on a mech, you would be capable of hitting more than one thing with a weapon at a
Ready
time.
for orders.
I cannot generate any evasion by moving. Whatever, it's fine.
Aye, aye.
So, it's hard to... Without using Precision Strike, it's really hard to know how many weapons I actually have to fire here. I'm just going to give him everything.
Now, let's see how you handle this.
Yeah, the first thing that hits center torso is going to kill him. Okay, so now they only really have a quick draw on this side.
Standing by.
That quick draw doesn't seem too keen on doing actual damage. So the glass jaw has taken all of its damage to the left edge.
Heading out.
Okay, it's a Banshee. AC-5 PPC small laser. Not exactly terrifying. That said, We don't have precision strike available, so we're just going to have to fire into the crappy hit chances here. AC5, medium laser. The dragon's the most dangerous enemy. Yeah, I'll just give him all the stuff here.
Giving them everything I've got.
Man. Okay, well, he's a lot less dangerous
Taking a
now.
critical hit.
I'm frustrated by that.
Yes, Commander.
By that Gauss rifle miss, though. That sucks.
Acknowledged.
Put these two together. So unfortunately, that leaves him on 2. Where he will probably still get up before we can shoot at him again. Oh, there's an 80-tonner behind that. Hey, that's an awesome. An 80-tonner that mounts 3 PPCs. That is definitely an awesome. Well, I'm glad we took our 3 points of priority salvage. Unfortunately,
Good to go.
neither of the mechs over here are super good at clipping people's heads. I guess the Gauss rifle gives us an opportunity, but we may or may not actually be able to pull that off.
Commander?
I kind of want to jump this thing backwards. I think we're getting in over our heads a little bit over here. Try the turns that I am not showing my back armor to the other guys. And then we could very easily just cut this dragon in half. That's probably the best use of my weaponry. Yeah, probably. Let's just make sure this thing is actually dead. I really need to fire my SRMs here. I'm wondering if, like, saving ammo is maybe a good idea. We have lower than normal hit chances, so I do want to fire all the lasers just to be sure, because I have to hit him twice. Okay. I got him twice within the first 2 lasers.
Enemy eliminated.
We're doing a pretty good job of whittling them down. It's just that
I'm
8
under
mechs at
heavy
a time
fire.
is a lot, you know? So it's a tough fight.
Ready for orders. Yes, Commander.
Alright, hold on. You're probably last, Atlas. So the Wolverine is more dangerous than the Banshee? Pretty similar danger level, actually, with the Wolverine certainly easier to kill. If I get down here, what I would love is to be in a position where that awesome can't just hit me. It has to actually come forward. Like, for example, the position that I'm currently in, where it definitely does not have the ability to direct fire me with PPCs. That's pretty strange, given that it absolutely did do that thing.
Commander.
Hmm.
Good to go.
Well, I can get a point of evasion, which I probably ought to do. I guess the game must figure the king crab is tall enough to be seen over the rocks, which means that while I'm kind of moving more out into the open here, I'm not actually in any extra danger because I was already maximum in the
Moving
open.
to position.
Yeah, the Wolverine is not a very difficult kill.
Firing a full salvo.
Come on! But we are shooting way below expected value on pretty much
For the
everything here.
critical hit.
Losing the left torso would really suck. That's like,
Orders.
that's an awful lot of equipment I don't have replacements for right there. I'm going to get a little closer with this guy in the hopes of drawing some attention and or at least blocking enemy shots. See if we can't finish this dude off.
Firing.
PPC got that.
Hope we can salvage that. Standing by.
So we don't have precision strike anyway. May as well just run over here. Split fire the 2 long-range weapons on that guy, even though they're not very likely to hit. And then the close-range weapons on the quick draw, and let's just hope to get lucky.
Confirming. Multiple targets.
Oh, wow! Did those both go to his head? They must have, right? Neither one of them would have been lethal by themselves. Okay, that... that's some luck right there. I think both of those weapons hit him in the head. That's crazy. The odds of that are, like, on a non-aimed shot, the odds of that are so low. He was standing in the spore
Damage
field.
minimal.
Oh, you know what? I think the spore field
Left
does
warriors. Show 'em what
increase
you got.
damage by like 20% or something. Which would be enough to, it would be enough to cause one of those weapons to headshot him. Alright, well obviously here we gotta work the head because we are trying to take this thing home.
Listen all.
Is she gonna be able to fire everything this turn? I've been jumping a lot. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Come on, 2 headshots.
Confirmed.
Oh, I think we got him.
Good to go.
Yep.
Mech destroyed.
Alright, so this was 2 pretty heavy lances. What do you think the odds are that we're done now?
I'm taking heavy hits, Commander.
I would say it feels to me like there's a pretty good chance we're going to see at least one more lance here. Like after we pick up the guys while trying to stop us from getting away.
Position confirmed. Confirmed. Firing.
Very difficult to resist this this particular attack.
Tango down.
It's not quite the amount of damage you see out of that stalker, but it's a lot.
Got it.
Alright, come on, Gauss Rifle. Actually hit.
Locking in all weapon systems.
There we go. Okay, 2 big lances down.
Destroyed.
I'm gonna have everybody brace to avoid hitting any mission triggers or anything here. While we just
Alright,
let all of
I'm
our
ready
heat
to
bleed
go.
off. Okay, now let's do it. Yeah, an additional 20% damage when hit. So the large laser by itself, in fact I think either of the long range weapons by themselves was enough then. 20% would have been an extra 10 damage, so actually no, right?
Commander.
Yeah, the large laser's 20% bonus damage would have only taken it to 60. So it had to be the AC5. Well, that's still pretty lucky then.
I copy.
Let's have you just jump over here and grab this guy. Commander, broadcast the following validation code toward the facility on our comms frequency, and the upload to your mech should begin automatically. Once that data's aboard, the whole operation depends on that mech making it out safely. Maybe I should have moved in one of the others. You know what? The other mech that I might have wanted to move up here is the crab, and the crab's in poor enough shape already that probably the grasshopper is the right call. So the crab's just going to run up to
Location confirmed.
the forward cover. We're going to be ready to do a lot of shooting.
We have the asset, Commander.
Alright, we can pick up the secondary dude. Doesn't seem to be a problem. Sprint very slightly further than I jump. And maybe we're good. I'm a little reluctant to run the crab out into the open here. But it's also the slowest mech. If we have to actually make it to the evac zone, he does have to get moving. Yeah, alright.
Coordinates received.
We have the secondary asset, Commander.
Oh, no, we're good. Okay. This whole Flashpoint has been weirdly easier than I was expecting. Maybe the other one we did is just unusually difficult. It certainly was very lively. So yeah, we got a 10% pay bonus on our extremely low payout. But hey, I can't complain too loudly. We got one of those mechs that we were looking for. So it turns out I only needed one piece of it. 3 points priority salvage. Maybe a little bit of overkill. So is there anything else cool in the loot? I mean, I love these. Injury resist cockpit. Oh wow. Sorry, medium laser. I think we should probably take both of the +3 hit defense gyros. That's pretty alright. Didn't get the medium laser. Okay, yeah, the other loot that we got there is pretty bad, but two good hit defense gyros plus one of the 3 mechs we're still looking for is a pretty great haul. So the length of this Flashpoint was listed as long. I assume that means 4 missions. It meant 4 missions last time, right? And medium has traditionally meant 3. So we have one more coming. Hopefully it won't be a consecutive deployment. I would really love it if we had a day to put that, put the crab back together. If it is a consecutive deployment, it's not the end of the world, and I probably still will deploy the crab. We'll just be more careful with it. Hooray! A mech that truly lives up to its name. Is it, though? A frightening trio of PPCs. If you glued 3 awesomes together, they would alpha strike for, like, about as much as our Stalker. Yeah, put that thing immediately in storage. I do not care for it at all. I think part of the problem is I got whiplash. Okay, so it is consecutive deployments. I got whiplash the first time we got an awesome in the campaign, because I was like, oh, that mech is so big. Look at how cool it's going to be. And then I think by that point we maybe already had the Highlander that you get during the campaign. And the Highlander you get during the campaign comes pre-mounted with a Gauss rifle. It's not a normal Highlander, it's a Lost Tech Highlander. It's a very, very good mech. And I compared the two of them, and I was like, why is this thing even called the Awesome? Is the name ironic? How bad? It's just one location. It is missing 50 structure, but the difference between this crab and this crab is huge. Right, the firepower is 265 on this guy. Or we alpha for 365. We got all our good missiles in here. Yeah, I'm still going to bring this out. This is a target acquisition mission. This is the one where we have to run around and hit all the things, right? So we definitely don't want to bring in the Stalker over the Grasshopper on this. Would it maybe be right to bring something instead of the Glassjaw? Like something a little faster so that we have more than one mech that can move at a reasonable speed? I mean, the Cyclops is actually pretty fast. It's as good at running as the Grasshopper is, it just can't jump. No, I'm going to stick with it like it is, I think. We could maybe swap a sensor lock pilot in on the Atlas, maybe? If we were to do that, what are we looking at? We're looking at, like, Razor. So giving up multi-target and breaching shot. It's possible for a pilot to have sensor lock and breaching shot, but in order to do that, they give up all of the defensive skills. And there's so many trees in the jungle. The bulwark is actually really good in the jungle. I'm gonna stick like this. It's definitely risky to bring a king crab on something like this, but it's such a powerful mech. Yeah, we're just gonna go. You know, I'm saying that last mission seemed really easy, but they did manage to actually almost break off half of our king crab. That was a pretty serious amount of damage that we sustained over the course of that. Alright, well, this, I bet, is going to be the hard part. I wonder how similar it's going to end up being to the target acquisition we had to do on the last one. Well, we'll certainly be smarter about our Grasshopper positioning on this. We're approaching the Joint Research Base, Commander. Once you're in the AO, you'll need to move up to the base and set beacons to triangulate around it so that our covert dropship, the Aravada, can transmit the authentication code and download the research data. We have a limited window of opportunity before the Liao ships in orbit detect our presence and come to investigate, so you'll be operating under a relatively tight timeline. Be aware that my people picked up a very large, unscrollable text box. He's just giving me like, you're gonna have to do it and get out. We picked up a very large incoming lance of whatever. Okay, very large spiking comms chatter, so they're expecting. Yeah, because this mission's gonna end the way the last one did, with us getting everything done and then having to run to an exit somewhere on the map in a limited amount of time. Mark the 3 regions. We need to... Yeah, I'm familiar with the targeting beacons. I know how this goes. I do like these missions. Once all 3 beacons are placed, wait for confirmation, then make for the extraction LZ. We're very close to wrapping up this operation successfully. Okay, we can do this. So, we need to get on land.
Copy that, Commander.
Because you have limited movement distance in the water.
Confirmed.
So the Grasshopper's got to be over here. This, honestly, probably isn't even a problem. We can run the Cyclops over there, but we might be able to just move as a team across to that. That's not that much distance to cover in the amount of time that we have to cover it.
Move order received.
I'm gonna move the
Position
Cyclops out around the side here, just in case it is awkward to fight through the middle.
Waiting for orders.
I think we're gonna wait here. Let's let them come forward. We'll stand here and enjoy all of our evasion pips.
Holding for tactical advantage.
Not that they ever count for anything. So immediately I took a hit to one of my legs. I think the Grasshopper has ammo in only one leg, right? No, it has machine gun ammo in one, SRM ammo in the other. Alright, so we know there's something over here with like an LRM-10. I think I just sprint.
Bend it.
Just want to cover as much space as possible while the damage is still relatively low. 60, 75, 80. If we're really lucky, maybe that'll be the other awesome.
Ready for orders.
So yeah, we just run forward and try to give this guy
On it.
an AC-20 to his chest. Did we maybe get really lucky here? Because he's just standing in the open.
Now, let's see how you handle this.
That's a pretty good start. God, our mechs are powerful.
Hostile. Remove. Standing by.
At some point, House Liao is going to want to know what exactly it is that they did to us that has made us so bloodthirsty for them. I'm going to stop you in
On my way.
cover.
Double time.
Okay, so based on the amount of time that the bar is spending red between our moves, I think these are the only enemies that are currently active. There'll be reinforcements, but it's not hesitating at all between our actions here. So I think these are the only ones currently. So I'm just gonna move the crab all the way in. Let's get this going so that we don't have to have anybody standing over here. CCAF personnel, this is Major Matthews. The enemy assault is the hostile force that has been raiding our facilities. We believe they're attempting to steal research data, intercept, and eliminate them. Every character is just gonna be the Steel Beast from now on.
Good to go.
Do I want you to eliminate them? Oh
Believing
yeah.
you.
75, like I want to jump forward, but I want to jump forward after they've taken their turns. Okay, so that was an Orion, I think. This is working pretty well.
Waiting for the right play.
Right, because the value here is that I get to move and shoot at them, and then I get to move and shoot at them, and then they get a turn. Okay, so there definitely are more mechs now than there were last turn. The turns are breaking very differently. So I could just normal move to here. Because again, I'm gonna get to move again between their actions. But I also want to make as much distance as possible. I'm just a little worried about heat. The zone over here is actually in the water. So I'll be cooling pretty effectively while I'm scoring the zone.
Standing by.
Here, I'll tell you what, why don't we start by doing this?
Good to go.
We'll start with one of the other mechs. What I would really love is, there we go, direct line of sight on that guy. So it's my left side is what's screwed up? Whoa. Yeah, my left side is what's screwed up. I'm still going to try to present right as much as possible. So yeah, an Orion with Bulwark, unfortunately, versus this Quick Draw with no Bulwark, and a considerably less tough center torso. Let's see if we can core this thing out so that the Grasshopper is really safe as it
Firing
approaches.
full complement on enemy.
That's not going to do it, but we did get him pretty hard. Oh wow,
Something
it's
good.
a lot closer than I thought. We won't have to stand in the open for long.
My armor's getting stripped off.
At the end of this round, this
Yes,
zone will be
Commander.
completed.
What's up, boss?
I want you up next. I am like I am actually way outside of optimal range for some of my weapons here, but he's really weak. I just want to keep moving the Cyclops toward the other zone.
Got it.
And I'm going to not bother with the precision strike because it really doesn't take much to the center to kill him. Alright, so that's got us up to 44.
Target eliminated.
Not quite as much as I would like.
I'm here.
Receiving you.
The Atlas going to be able to get... Okay, yes, we are in range for all of the weapons. Huh. Okay. It's weird, there's a red line on him, but from that angle I couldn't get any percentages to show up at all.
Got it.
So the question is, do we go center and just do a bunch of damage and try to finish this guy off next turn, or do I try to get a headshot with the big cannon? The center strategy is certainly more reliable. Are his weapons clustered in a weird way? Like, could we shear off a lot of damage by hitting one side? They're spread out pretty evenly, actually. We could go for a leg. No, his legs are still pretty strong. I think let's just go center. We're not going to kill him now, but we can get him close. I do wish they would stay selected for just a moment longer. Okay, 74. 74
I'm
is
receiving you.
an amount we can work with. I might just full sprint. I suppose if I move to about here and just fire with no focus, there's still a reasonable chance of a kill because my weapons do so much damage.
Order acknowledged.
Yeah, and I still have 4 rounds to get in there.
Affirmative.
Wow, not a lot of center there. In fact, it was, I think, one laser.
Make it happen.
Okay, new bogey flying Combine colors inbound. The Combine has a rapid response team on world. That's unexpected. Oh, good. I'm so glad that we have somebody else to run all the intel. That seems like it was really far away, though.
Waiting for orders.
We can almost jump all the way into the exit. Okay. Well, I think I fire standing here and then move forward. Getting a little bit of value out of the ace pilot this time. Question is, do we want to use precision strike? If I don't use precision strike, I'm afraid we're just going to hit the same way we just hit. If I use precision strike, it drops us to 21, and then we get 10 off the kill, and it'll put us back above the amount of it'll put us back above the threshold we need to use another precision
Roger
strike.
that.
So I think this is
Target
fine.
confirmed.
Yep, that was enough focus.
Target's down.
You're gonna have to do better than 200 HP with Bulwark, apparently.
All right.
Yeah, we gotta get the crap out of there,
Not
man.
much armor left in that location.
No kidding.
Ready for orders. Let's do this.
So what is on this side? A heat sink. Okay, you know what? That's not that big of a deal. Can I use my one jump jet? Nope, I cannot quite jump jet into the forest there. That's a shame. We can move into the forest, but I suspect I'm not going to be able to turn to show my... Yeah. Can't show my right side. I guess we can just show the front. It's not the end of the world. And then I can just try to cut the Thunderbolt in half. It's in cover, but it only has cover. It doesn't have Bulwark.
Coordinates received. Copy that.
That's a pretty good start. Wow, I didn't even get it opened up. That's embarrassing. Okay, if the current arrangement of our mechs makes them want to shoot at the Atlas, I'm inclined to not move the Atlas. Like, let's let that be a real obvious target for everybody. Okay, so we're not going to make it over this turn, but we can make it over next turn if we're committed to a full sprint. Yeah. That is kind of exposing me to a lot of fire. If I walk to here, they don't have direct vision, or probably vision at all, honestly.
Roger that.
Let's keep playing kind of safe. We'll just let this guy have it. 35 damage, so we probably are not actually going to get through his center armor here. But we should at least try. Okay, we did a little bit of damage to it. It unsteadied him. That's something.
Receiving you.
We want to move forward as much as possible. My goal is to get to that cover eventually. And then we may as well multi-shot, because I want to shoot at him, but we may as well discharge the rest of the weapons as well. Let's see if we get lucky. Ah, no center damage. Alright, Coyote's the best pilot in the squad.
Tango is trash.
Jesus, man. This is the first time that he's gotten to ride with the A squad, right? I think that we just got him trained up. This is a good inaugural showing. Force Commander, this is Aravada Actual. We're being hailed by Sax Orbital Control. We'll have to break orbit soon to evade their interceptors. We're almost out of time. Man, I got all the time in the world. Calm down. Mercenary Force, this is Chewie, Allison, Tetsuhara. You are trespassing on a joint Draconian Capellan facility. Withdraw or you will be destroyed. Yeah, come and try it. We got plenty of time. Yeah, I got 2 rounds left to get into the zones. That is a Jenner.
Yes, Commander.
I mean, obviously I can't see it, but I'd put a reasonable amount of money on that being a Jenner. Why is there a Jenner coming after us? Well, do I want to give up my 40% damage reduction for 5 points of evasion? Down here, I'm not really vulnerable to the mechs over there. I think I do want to commit to the zone this turn. I think that's the right thing to do. And then we just try to cut the Thunderbolt down. It's a little unfortunate that I'm hitting from this side. They softened up the right torso for me, so I could try to drill through the right torso. We could also just go for the head. Shots are mostly going to go into the right torso or right arm if I miss. Shots to the right arm are effectively just wasted damage. We wouldn't have to hit the right torso that many times for a serious chance of an ammo explosion. I'm going to just go for the torso, even though side shooting into the torso is a little awkward. Come on. Nothing. Man.
That hit something good.
I'm down to 48 at least. Okay, I think he's a little heat limited right now.
Standing by.
Okay, we can just barely make it into cover. Can't use all the good weapons. Over here, am I close enough? Nope.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, so let's hold off on that. First, let's just fire everything at this guy. We're in the frontal arc. There's like a not unreasonable chance that we just got him with this shot.
Firing a full salvo.
There you go. Gauss Rifle gets the job done. This is the talk.
Hostile eliminated.
Well, the bad news is things are only going to be slightly worse for our Grasshopper during the next turn, but after that it can flee.
Receiving you.
So that got him to move forward a little bit. No, it's actually he's further away, I think, than he was last turn. Well, do I even want to fire, or do I want to sprint instead to get all the way up here and maybe have a better shot next turn? I kind of think that I think shooting is not actually a good play here. Yeah, let's do that. Oh hey, they brought another quick draw. Well, the good news is, the Grasshopper is drawing enemies away from the Cyclops.
Orders?
Oh, I can get into the zone right now, I probably should. I'm gonna reserve down first. Let's let the mech that's on 1 move. Nope, okay, so there's another mech that's on 1 that is not visible to us right now. That's a Zeus over there. Oh, that's Chui Tetsuhara herself. Okay.
That could have been worse.
Yeah, it's about to be.
Mech warriors, show 'em what you got.
Here comes that Jenner. Oh, it's a Panther.
I'm here.
I'm a little bit more worried about a Panther than a Jenner, to be honest with you. At this range. Well, I want to move enough to get maximum evasion out of this situation. I guess it's going to be a jump to here. Fortunately, I can't leave the zone. So it's jump to here and just try to core one of these dudes. Is our best hope. You have 4 medium lasers and some LRMs that won't be ideal at this range. I guess they're actually about the same level of danger, but this guy's a little bit softer. Come on, show me that one-shot core. That's pretty bad. I saw a lot of lasers go off center. Okay, turns out good enough.
Destroyed.
Boy, that's a pretty good shot for perspective, for really, like, driving home how much larger that mech is. Did you just punch me? Well, that's not what a catapult generally wants to be doing.
Ready for orders.
I think that's good. That shows a little bit of desperation on their part. So, I mean, I'm just going to run over and eviscerate this catapult, right? I don't think there's
Aye, aye.
any other play, really. We could split fire and just put a little bit of damage on the quick draw, but I think we're better off doing this in such a way that we actually are likely to get a kill. I might just go for his head. Okay, so we can probably cut through his left torso pretty quickly. Yeah, that's the smarter play. Cut through the left torso, and then that way all the damage from there can go dead into the center.
Reporting. Critical hit.
A couple of LRM pods finish the job off pretty easily. Okay, the Grasshopper's armor is definitely looking pretty shredded,
Banged
though.
up pretty good.
This needs to end. Oh, he overheated for that shot. Okay,
Standing by.
15 damage. So you don't really have a lot of options. Let's commit pretty deep here in the hopes of getting some terrain cover.
On the move.
And we'll just drop all of the LRMs on the catapult just in case. We gotta get 16 damage out. We gotta get 4 missiles. So the 20 would do the job. Yeah, maybe we go like, swap this over to the B. The 20 is more than we need. The 15 would probably cut it. But I really don't want to have to spend another attack on this thing. I want to be sure. Okay. Oh yeah, and honestly, shooting this thing with the 15s was better anyway, because we weren't shooting it for damage, we were shooting it for stability.
Yes, Commander.
And the 15 pod does more stability damage because of the bonuses. Alright, well I should probably start moving the crab forward, because the crab's going to have to get somewhere before the end of the mission. Can't sit on the corner of the map forever. And I'm not going to bother using Precision Strike here, because I'd love to have Inspiration next turn. Oof. Gauss Rifle shot goes to the arm, that's unfortunate.
Solid connection on that one.
That'll push this guy down to Initiative 1, right? It's like he is definitely dead. I will say we're taking an impressive amount of overall damage here.
Mech warriors, show 'em
Okay,
what you got.
transmitting authentication code now. Hold that position until the Aravata confirms receipt of the data, Commander. You got it. The Panther turns around and leaves. It's like, wait a second. No. Screw this. So that's our evac point there. Okay.
I'm here.
Crab's pretty far away, but I think we'll be able to figure it out. Oh wow, I get to jump all the way up there, huh? And we have like no heat at all, thanks to being able to stand in the water all this time. So the only danger with this, obviously, is that that puts me right in front of the Zeus. So I want to do it, but maybe let's reserve down and see what everybody else gets done first, since we know their mechs are both moving on one.
Yes, Commander.
Like, let's see if Kaz can maybe put the Zeus away. There's no sense in doing anything other than just going through the center, right? We can go for the lucky headshot, but we have to get real lucky. Yeah, let's just do this.
Go.
Man. Why is it always got to be the AC-20 that's the weapon that misses? If only one weapon misses, it's always going to be that one. I don't know how much time we have for the escape.
Receiving you.
Hold on, let's start by using the other mechs here.
Aye, aye.
How much center torso health does this guy have left? 60? I'm just not going to fire the PPC this round, I think. I guess that doesn't really make a lot of sense. It's not going to do anything, though. Yeah.
Got it.
If I fire the PPC, I'm going to have some heat on me. We could end the turn with no heat.
Standing by.
Suppose that's the way we'll do it.
Good to go.
Alright, I'm gonna run this way. Go the longer way around the building because we'll be on land for more time. And thus, theoretically, a little bit faster. Here we'll go ahead and split. Or I guess, no, I probably want to just precision strike this guy. Put as many of those missiles center as possible. Because he's killable. Yeah, 63 is totally an amount of damage we can deal. So now all they have left is a Panther. Which I'm assuming is not going to be able to get the job done. Be a hell of a thing for a Panther to stand against these mechs. Alright, you have 60 center torso health, so I gotta get 2 weapon hits here. Let's turn off some of this stuff.
Taking the shot.
I don't want to overheat quite that badly.
That's a kill. Good to go.
Alright, this turn probably is a full sprint turn for most of our mechs. Did that thing basically not move? Okay, it moved a little bit. It has some
Yes,
evasion.
Commander.
Jump far enough forward. Nope, not quite far enough forward to get the small weapons. Oh no, I can. Well, this is why I wanted to manage heat a little bit. Just turn everything back on.
Come on, people. Let's make it happen. Target
Easy
down.
enough. Notice destroy the Karita special reinforcements is at 50%. I thought we were in the clear, but apparently there's a lot more stuff coming.
Receiving you.
Got it.
Okay, the crab will make it over there eventually. Someday soon, the crab will be in position.
On it.
Well, I'm not picking up any sensor traces or anything. We got 4 rounds.
Standing by.
God, I hope the crab can make that distance in 4
receiving you.
rounds. Yeah, we'll be all right. Where's the other half of the special reinforcements? Seems
I'm here.
very strange to me.
Standing by. Confirmed.
Ready for orders. Moving.
Presumably they dropped somewhere on the map. I mean, it makes sense. It feels like there should have been more enemy mechs. And they're moving around. I can hear them.
Waiting for orders. Roger. Vent and heat.
Okay, yeah, we'll be in the zone next turn.
No target.
I'm here. Confirmed.
I don't know. This might be one of those things like we saw in the last mission where enemy mechs just stop moving for no reason.
Standing by.
We definitely seem to be experiencing some kind of
Alright,
bug, so
I'm
maybe
ready
we're
to go.
experiencing that bug again. You're good.
Managing heat.
You get in the zone. Okay. No pay bonus for us, but, I mean, I didn't see how much money we're making on this one anyway. I bet it's not awesome. That is aboard and we're away. Congratulations. The operation has been a... Boy, what did they need us for? I feel like almost anybody could have done this. I guess that we did take a lot of actual damage over the course of those last two missions. Yeah, this one definitely felt like a couple of difficulty steps lower than the other Alliance Flashpoint, though. Well, let's have a look at the loot. I don't think there's anything particularly compelling in there, but I'm overjoyed to have received one of our awesomes. We are so close to completion now. And it is just impossible to find AC-10s with bonus damage. So there's some okay medium lasers. Ooh, I like that. +3 hit defense gyro. Wow, we're fighting a lot of these. That's pretty good loot. And we are supposed to receive Lost Tech as a reward here. So we take that good gyro, we get this good laser. And then I might take, and we got an LRM-15 here with stability damage on it. You just take a mech part in the direction of selling some stuff. We're gonna get 12 more pieces off of the loot table. So it's possible we'll like complete a Zeus off of this. Don't really want medium lasers that are anything other than plus damage at this point. +3 resolve game comm systems are useful, and we don't have a ton of them. Like we could take a bad head hit and actually be short. Yeah, sure. Got a Zeus piece. Yeah, some other stuff. Bunch of heat sinks. No big surprise there. I think we still have more medium lasers than heat sinks. Alright, well, I guess let's have a look at this Lost Tech we get as a reward. To be perfectly honest, I'm not even sure what I would be excited to receive at this point. Like, there are a couple of Lost Tech mechs, but I don't think you get them... I don't think you receive them whole, usually. I think you usually get pieces of them, and I don't think we have... Do we have pieces of any of them already? Like, we probably wouldn't be able to finish one. Probably not even before the end of the game. Yeah, I don't know. At this point, I can't think of much loot that would be exciting, unless they can just give us victory points directly. This operation was an absolute success, Commander Ballard. Well done. My people are combing through the data we recovered and have already found a number of unexpected surprises. Oh? Some of the data your team retrieved looked extremely interesting for us, Commander Singh. I don't suppose... No. I don't know why she's even asking. I would like nothing better than to give you unfettered access to all of it, Dr. Murad. Unfortunately, there are limits to how far I can bend the rules, and state secrets fall outside those limits. But... Your pay, however, does not, and I'll have that transferred over immediately. Yeah, I'll bet enough C-bills will take the sting out, Farah. As always, Force Commander, it's been a pleasure to work with you. I like him, you know, he deals straight with us. I appreciate that. And you, Commander. This success will almost certainly lead to some interesting developments back in the capital, political as well as scientific. I expect we'll have need of your services again in the very near future. I'll be in contact when we have additional work for you. Take care. Alright, show me something cool. Also, only $1 million payout, come on. They gave us a damn pulse laser. Ooh, wow. +4 morale gain comm system. I didn't know they came in +4. Well, we'll definitely be slotting that. +5 heat, flamer, another piece of a Star League Griffin. Okay, and a piece of a Highlander 732 Beast. They gave us a bad Lost Tech weapon and then 2 pieces of Lost Tech mechs. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't expect that we'll ever be able to complete either of these. And honestly, like, a completed Griffin 4N isn't even any good to us. Like, we have to get one whole, because if we complete it out of parts, it won't have the double heat sinks in it. That's the only thing I care about. Yeah, alright, that's disappointing as hell. Why are pulse lasers so bad? Alright, well, there are no other jobs we can do on this world, because this is a Liao system. Lots of skulls here that we do not have access to. I do kind of wish we could have kept our pirate rep in a reasonable place, but boy, a lot of people hate pirates. Well, we could fly back to these stores. I did check out the faction store for the Draconis Combine while we were flying around getting our reps straight. And it's just like a secondary black market, it seems like. It was not very impressive. So, like I said, let me know, if you haven't, how you feel about the way the rest of the series should be run here. We might head back and check out the stores just because we're really, really still desperate for that Centurion. We might go after this Flashpoint, just because it's a Flashpoint and it will have some, at the very least, some decent monetary rewards. And it is the last Flashpoint on the map that we haven't done, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, we'll probably go after that, even though Bellerophon is a pretty low value system for us. But that aside, I don't really know what our plan is for the final year. Our score's in a really good spot. We're definitely not going to get star system completion. Obviously, we're still angling for mech chassis completion. That's pretty important to us. Oh, hey, we hit... Apparently you get review board completion at 900, not at 1,000. Despite the fact that that does not get you to maximum reputation. Okay, whatever. So yeah. At this point, I guess the best thing we can possibly do is just try to go to as many high difficulty systems that we haven't been to as possible and do every mission available while continuing to hunt for the other awesome and the Centurion 9AL. So that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time for some of us doing that thing I just said. And we'll see you then.